Hey. Hi.
Hi.
Keisha, my name is Miss 2Bs. How you doing today?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm great. Thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you for having me.
Sometimes it gets hard to roll out of bed during the quarantine. I've been too comfy in my bed.
Okay. Period.
Way too comfy. And I had to make sure my bob was bobbing just in case you
I
came.
see you over there with the Bible. Okay, period.
Just in case you came, I had to represent.
Yes, ma'am.
Congratulations on the release of your project Clones.
Thank you.
What was the inspiration behind the title?
We just wanted to be like, as creative as possible and just do something different. I didn't want to do like nothing that people would kind of like expect out of me. So we just played off of, what I'm saying, like my alter egos, inspirations, whatever the case may be. So yeah, boom.
The visuals were dope, and I see you were getting really, really creative with this project.
Oh yeah, the goal of this project was to put out as much content as possible. So that was what we wanted to do, and then boom, we did it.
Your fan base was eating good because you dropped the videos, you dropped
Yeah,
Black Youngster was on there. How was
yeah.
them?
It was very, very cool. We manifested that situation because we was just, in the studio thinking like, when I first made Brat, I'm like, damn, we need to get somebody on this. And I'm like, I can hear Black Youngster on it. And you know what I'm saying? My fans have been saying stuff like, oh, you know what I'm saying? That would be cool if you and Black Youngster did a song because y'all got crazy personalities, blah, 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 blah. So boom, next thing you know, we sent him the song, he sent the verse, we got the video done, and it was just boom, like that. It was real good.
I love Black Youngster. I interviewed him a couple times on the red carpet. He always has great energy.
Yeah.
Always, 100% of
For
the time.
sure. Yeah.
Do you have any dream collaborators that you haven't collaborated with yet?
Oh, dream collaborations, of course, Beyonce.
Of course, that's the queen.
You know what I'm saying? Nicki Minaj, Lil Wayne. And if I could collab with like people from like, R&B days, like back in the day, like, I don't know, like I'm thinking like, Usher would be an amazing collab. Monica, you know what I'm saying? People like that. Like, I love R&B.
That would be fire.
That would be crazy. So yeah.
Yeah. So how important do you think it is for female rappers to write their own raps? Because that's been a hot topic, ghostwriting, and specifically with female rappers. Do you think it's important anymore?
Oh yeah, it's very important, but I also think like, you know what I'm saying, hey, to each his own, like, you know what I'm saying, do what you do. At the end of the day, the goal of it all is really to make a hit. It's whoever comes out with a hit. So it don't matter. Like, I feel like, they only make that an issue now. They're trying to bring up that topic now because of the simple fact that there's so many girl rappers and whatever the case may have you. But ghostwriting did just start just in this generation. Ghostwriting has been going on a long time ago. You know what I'm saying? Since the beginning of time. So people have always had writers be in the studio, you know what I'm saying? I feel like everybody in the industry that probably had somebody that had been like, hey, say this real quick or something, Even if they're not writing the whole song, they might have just, pitched in real quick and said, say this. Or, R&B singers, like a lot of people like singers and whoever, like country music, rock music, whoever, like everybody. I mean, I feel like, it's been people that have had ghostwriters. I mean, it's definitely like, the advice that I use for myself, I'm always trying to, challenge myself on my bars to see what I can come up with in my head. But I mean, at the end of the day, it all comes down to whoever got that hit and whoever on them charts, period. Like, because don't nobody see the ghostwriters. Nobody's hearing the ghostwriters. You just hear the artist on that beat and then boom, that's that. So
I also feel like female rappers are held to a ridiculously higher standard than the male rappers.
Yeah.
Because they get to enjoy the mediocre rappers that they get to enjoy. Like, everyone don't have to be packed with bars. Sometimes we want to just vibe out and just listen. And
yeah. And I feel like, you know what? I'm kind of like a prime example of that. Like, I ain't out here trying to be the best rapper alive. You feel me? Like, I'm just out here trying to provide a vibe and just give a good time with my music. So, you know what I'm saying? You do have songs. I have songs where I will be on there and I'll be spitting bar for bar for bar because I can do that. But then I have songs where it's just like, I'm just vibing and I'm just like, you know what I'm saying? I'm just in the mood. I'm just trying to create an experience. It's not necessarily about, words to me all the time. Like, you know what I'm saying? I just want people to listen to my music and enjoy it. But I definitely feel like there's more pressure on the girls these days. It's definitely more pressure because not only is it, oh, you got to write your own music. Oh, you got to sound like this. You have to look like this now. You know what I'm saying? Oh, they don't want to accept you. Your hair got to be like this, or you got to be doing this, and you got to compete with this, and you got to compete with that person. And it's like, why? Why can't I just be myself? But that's why I don't care. Like, regardless of what anybody says, I'm going to always be myself. You know what I'm saying? Within my music, within my personality. People fall in love with me first before they fall in love with my music, to be honest. You know what I'm saying? So more people have fell in love with me before they heard my music, and then they hear my music, and that's just a plus. So, you know, that's what I think it's all about originality, being yourself, you know, like, and at the end of the day, this is a great time for women in hip hop. I just feel like instead of trying to pull everybody apart or trying to nitpick at what artist is doing this and what artist isn't doing that, like, just uplift the women while we here. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is a moment in time. Like, you know what I'm saying? This is never really, besides, I mean, well, I would say, I feel like this is probably, I mean, back then they had like Lil' Kim, Foxy Brown, you know, Queen Latifah, Eve, you know what I'm saying? Like Missy Elliott, like it was so, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's been a minute since it's been like a big thing with a lot of female rappers at one time. It's been a minute. So now that moment is here again, I feel like everybody just need to embrace it and just, you know what I'm saying? Because everybody's coming with their own different styles, different flows. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is.
Exactly. They can't handle it. And when WAP dropped, everybody was in an uproar, like, oh, you guys are poisoning the minds of the youth. Do you feel like it is rappers' role to be a role model to the youth?
Absolutely the fuck not. I'm sorry, can I cuss?
You can say
I'm
what
like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's
want.
just like this. It's like, you know, it's not, I feel like, you know, we're gonna have, I put myself in them shoes. Like, when I was younger, I'm looking at Destiny's Child, I'm looking at Nicki Minaj, I'm looking at Lil' Kim, I'm looking at, you know what I'm saying, the women that were, you know what I'm saying, in the game and, you know what I'm saying, going crazy and stuff like that or whatever, but I never felt like it was their responsibility to be a role model to me.
Period.
My mama's supposed to be my role model or somebody in my family because my mama raising me. They not raising me. Exactly. They just, you know what I'm saying, they just doing something that's appealing to the customer, to the eye, to the viewer. So it's like, when it comes down to us, no, it's not our responsibility to be anybody's role model, especially if that's not our child. We can't control that because, and honestly, in this generation too, the kids, they gonna see whatever they want to see because they doing whatever they want to do anyway. At the end of the day, they gonna look up whatever they want to look up on the internet. You know, like it ain't our responsibility. Now, like me myself, I ain't never out here trying to be nobody's role model, but I do have people that say I'm the role model because the way that I came up. It don't necessarily have to be the way that I act or the shit that I say, because I know I'm very vocal and I will say crazy ass shit. I'll do some crazy ass shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know that. But at the same time, I also came up in a certain type of way. You know what I'm saying? Like, I had a lot of obstacles coming up. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's how people begin to say, oh yeah, you're my role model. But I'm not responsible for your child. I'm not responsible because at the end of the day, you know, 21 and up is 21 and up. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, if you know that this is going to be content for 21 and up, you should be making sure that your child not watching this.
Exactly. Get that
parental. But I ain't gonna lie, like when I was little, I was watching BET Uncut. You know what I'm saying? Kick Drill. I was watching the real version of the Right Third video by Chingy. Period. I seen all that when I was young. You know what I'm saying? My mama ain't know, but you know what I'm saying? I was young. That's what was going on. I was watching Players Club and stuff like that. So it just is what it is. Like, you know what I'm saying? But I don't expect for that's the same thing. I don't understand why there's so much pressure on the female rappers to be role models. That's just like saying the same thing as actors or actresses. You know, you're gonna have sex scenes in movies and shit. They gonna watch them. They not supposed to be making sure that your child don't watch it. You supposed to be making sure your child don't watch that. You get what I'm saying? Like, it is what it is.
I tell you. Speaking of actresses, congratulations on your role on Power.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Your character was so important. I related to it personally because you represent that hood girl that got the opportunity to further her education and taking it seriously. And what's the name of the course? I can't even pronounce it.
Canonical studies.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, you represent that. So I really love your character. And it made me wonder, what kind of student were you in school?
Oh, I was the outgoing student. Like what y'all see here and on the internet, like it's time 10 behind the cameras. Like y'all don't even understand. Like, but I was like a real, like I was always just a fun person. Like I was everybody just kind of like just gravitated towards me always. You know what I'm saying? Now, sometimes I ain't gonna lie, I would be popping off at the mouth, like, you know, if the teacher be trying it or whatever, I would pop off because it's like, girl, you ain't finna be talking to me any type of way. And you're not finna try to, like, you know what I'm saying, use this against me so you can try to make me fail or something. Like, you know what I'm saying? You see me, I'm trying my hardest, but you know, I was a real fun person in school. Like, I was cool with everybody. Everybody fucked with me. Yeah.
What was those grades looking like?
Oh, them grades was looking all right. Definitely. I'm not gonna lie.
Grade?
I will say that my ninth grade, probably my ninth grade and probably junior year, really more so. Junior year, 11th grade, that was my hardest year.
Okay.
Cause the time, like when I graduated in 2012. So the time when we was in school, you know what I'm saying, we had to pass certain tests in order to graduate. It was just crazy, but you know what I'm saying? Oh, but my senior year, 10th grade, all that stuff, like senior year, oh, flying colors, A's and B's. I wasn't playing.
Yeah, the senior year is usually a little bit easier after you done put in all that work.
It's crazy though, because some people say that they had a horrible senior year. And I'm like, how? It was easy to me.
I did. I got kicked off a senior trip. It was like a whole long story, but as far as my grades were good, but
yeah,
socially it went down that year.
Oh goodness.
So I did a Q&A yesterday on my personal Instagram asking people to ask questions for you, and I got such a good question that I thought I'd ask it now.
Okay.
So, you made your breakthrough on Love and Hip Hop. Do you feel like the show helped or hurt your career?
Nothing can ever hurt me unless I allow it. So I definitely feel like, you know what I'm saying, the platform definitely helped because, I mean, hey, at the end of the day, that's TV. You know what I'm saying? TV is TV. TV is one of the biggest things ever. You know what I'm saying? So, and plus also how I carried myself. How I carried myself on that show just, you know what I'm saying, just shows people that I'm a real boss. Like, you know what I mean? And at the end of the day, I ain't even got to do too much, and I'm still the topic. I'm the main topic of discussion. So, you know what I'm saying? That's just what it is. And honestly, I feel like it made people fall in love with me even more. And the people who didn't know about me, they figured they discovered me and they fell in love with me after seeing that. And then on top of that, the people who did know about me, but they might have not been fans, I turned them into fans because it's like, you know what I'm saying, they fuck with me and how I, you know what I'm saying, how I just was and how I was just being myself. Like I'm a real boss on and off the cameras. You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
That's a fact. When I did the questionnaire, a lot of females was like, "Oh my God, I love her, my bitch Keisha."
Yes, Big Bang Keisha and his bitch. Period.
Can your fans expect to see you return to Love and Hip Hop whenever production does return after coronavirus?
I don't know about that. I don't know.
No?
I don't know about that.
All right. So
yeah.
in the air.
I know there's so many people that saying like, please return because that's why. Oh my gosh, like. There's a lot of people saying that they was gonna watch because I was on the show and stuff like that or whatever. So that's what's up. Like I really got a lot of love and support off of that show. I'm not gonna lie. Like it really, really did. It really did amazing things for me. But I just don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like in real life, you know what I'm saying? Behind all of that, like I'll be really like on some shit. So it's like, you know, like in real life, I don't have like drama. Like my problems are different. I don't really have, you know what I'm saying? I don't really have drama in like that. Like we be really moving out here. We be really like doing shit and trying to, you know what I'm saying? Like doing shit within the community, doing shit to try to like better ourselves and better our community. You know what I'm saying? Become business women and business men around here. Like we be having a lot of goals and accomplishments, you know what I'm saying, to reach. So it's just like, I don't know, like that's the only thing that just kind of like, you know, separates me from that. Like I'm not really drama filled like that.
Yeah, you know, you need it to keep the storyline.
Yeah, absolutely. And so it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and also, you know, I try to always remain peaceful because I know how far I could take shit. So it's like, you know, I don't even be wanting to get into all of that. Like I just be, you know, just calm, cool. I'm cool. I be chilling.
No, I gotta ask. The people want to know, how's your current relationship with Akbar?
I mean, we don't necessarily have a relationship. You know what I'm saying? I haven't talked to her since then or whatever. But you know, I don't know. Like I hope she's doing good. I hope everything's good with her though.
That's good to hear. So we've been in quarantine for about 7 months, and many couples couldn't make it through the quarantine. And I see you and your babe going strong. Did the quarantine have any impact on you guys? Like, did it make you guys closer, or you guys want to rip each other's heads off?
I mean, you know, you at times I feel like relationship period, like, you know what I'm saying, definitely it's made us closer, but definitely it's at times where we want to rip each other's heads off. But that's just what it is, you know what I'm saying? But like I said, like our problems be different. Like our problems ain't because we out here disrespecting each other publicly or doing some foul shit behind each other's back. Like our problems be like work related, like, oh, why we ain't upload on YouTube? Or why we ain't do this? You know what I'm saying? Like that's our problems. Like, you know what I'm saying? It'd be like
Yeah.
that. Or why you ain't do your photo shoot like this? Or you know what I'm saying? Like those are our problems or whatever. But if anything, it's definitely gave us a lot of time to just jot down ideas and really just be as creative as possible with each other and with our own brands as well too. So, you know what I'm saying? We've been really working during the quarantine. We've been working a lot. So we ain't letting this pandemic stop us from nothing.
Period. And how is Atlanta treating the pandemic? Because over here in New York, it's easy for me to forget that we're even in a pandemic. I ain't even gonna lie.
Yeah, but you know, it's crazy because I was just up there too. I was just up in New York and I was up there for like 2.5 weeks. And I seen y'all wasn't letting nobody eat inside. They wasn't letting nobody eat inside. So they haven't changed that yet?
It's supposed to, I think it opened up by now at the end of September, like, but at a 25% capacity. But you know, it's a lot of people still doing underground things, like, and a lot of restaurants have gardens, and there's people going to the club. It's an event every week. Like I forgot. It's
right well, now. Atlanta is definitely like wide open. Like Atlanta act like we is not in a pandemic or nothing. Like it's like
people still wearing masks.
Oh yeah, I mean people wear masks, but it's kind of like, you know what I'm saying? Like you have people wear masks and you have people that don't. Like I would say New York, they pressed that issue. They was more serious about it than Atlanta. Like Atlanta, if you walk in without your mask, ain't nobody gonna stop you and say, put your mask on. In New York, they're like, oh, can you please put your mask on? Da 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 da.
Yeah.
Because Atlanta is like wide open. That's why everybody's coming here too, because it's like, it's not a thing. I don't know. Like it's wide open, but it's also so many different things with this whole coronavirus pandemic too. I feel like there have been things that have been true, and then there have been a lot of things that have been false, and we have been misled to certain things. So, because certain stuff don't make sense to me. Like I don't know, like the mask situation, right? Like my thing is this: like if it's, first of all, we have a such thing called flu, the flu virus. There have been people who have caught the flu that say it's more worse than the coronavirus. So why wasn't these steps taken for the flu? You know what I mean? Like, why wasn't we doing all of this stuff for the flu? Now, the coronavirus is definitely serious. There have been people that have been affected, but I don't understand the whole mask situation, because it's like, even if you put on a mask, your eyes are still out there. Your eyes are still sockets. So if you're not walking around covering up all the way up to here, what is this mask necessarily? I don't understand what the mask is necessarily protecting. And I've asked my friends who have been in the medical field, who work in the medical field, and I've asked my neighbors too, who work in the medical field, and they say and these are doctors. They're saying that the mask ain't doing nothing. So that's the only thing why I don't understand. And then it's like some places you have people like, okay, well, you can take your mask off, like in the restaurants in New York. You can take your mask off in the restaurant, but when you get up, you got to put it back on. So you mean to tell me after I've been talking and doing all of this stuff, and this person's been talking and doing all of this stuff, you mean to tell me all of these germs are spreading around, but we still got to put our mask on at the end of the day when we get up and we walk away? It's already been exposed. So it's like, at this point, if we're going to get it, then somebody's going to just catch it, because it's like, it's already been exposed. I'm not understanding that. I'm not understanding. And our eyes are sockets, our nose are our ears are sockets. So it's like, I don't get the whole, like, if we're not having a covering for literally everything, how is this mask protecting? I do understand the whole social distance thing. Now that I do agree, because people do need to be 6 feet. Like the 6 feet, people be too close, but it's like people they disregard that. They be right up on your ass. Like it be lines and shit, and I turn around, I'm like, damn, do I know you? Like, cause you you in my personal space. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I don't know you, so back up. But I don't really necessarily get it. I feel like there's been a lot of stuff that's been, told to us, that's been misled. It's misleading us, and not to mention like the president. But we don't even have to get on that thing right there. But yeah.
Like, we just got to go out and vote in a couple weeks.
Absolutely.
You celebrated a birthday during the quarantine as well, right?
Yes, I did. Yes, ma'am.
How was that?
It was fun. It was so fun. They threw me like a little surprise party, but it's crazy because, I had ended up finding about my surprise party before I even got there. But it's all good. So
How did you find out?
Because Coca meant to send me the invitation. He meant to send the invitation to my mom, and he ended up sending it to me.
Oh,
On accident. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm moving too fast. So I was like, okay, but I'm just act like I don't know. Like, oh my God, surprise for me. But then after that, you know what I'm saying, we went to Vegas, got on the ATVs in the desert and everything. It was so hot. We ended up catching headaches, like severe like headaches. Like it was crazy because it was that hot. Like, you know, in Vegas, it'd be like, they got that dry heat.
It's a
So it's
desert.
like 110 degrees out there, literally.
Yeah.
Crazy.
And I saw people was trying to go in because you playfully said that it was your 21st birthday. Like, clearly not, you know.
Yeah.
If you could give a message to your 21-year-old self, what would you say?
Do your thing, girl, because you finna be huge. You finna be big, you know what I'm saying? And still stay above all the bullshit. And even if, like, people they took that so crazy, like, it's a joke. You know what I mean? Like, people.
Girls, we do that.
Right, like, you know what I'm saying? Next year, I'm gonna say I'm 18. Shit, fuck it, like, you know what I'm saying? And then the year before that, I'm gonna say I'm 5, so it don't matter. So it's like, I don't know why people took that to heart. They're like, oh my gosh, like, she's a liar. Like, it's doing too much. Like, people need to have a sense of humor. Like, relax. Like, don't take this thing so serious. Just relax, enjoy yourself. Like, you know, have fun, enjoy other people, and enjoy the jokes. You don't need to be all serious.
Exactly. So you're pumping out new music.
Yes, ma'am.
You got a recurring role on Power. What can your fans expect from you in the near future?
Another project. I'm gonna be dropping another project before the year ends, or by the end of the year. So yeah, That's what I'm working on now. I'm pretty much done with it. You know what I'm saying? We're just gonna get these visuals shot, and you know what I'm saying. Hopefully, we're probably gonna have another project where there's so much more content, just like clones. So that's what we focusing on, and you know what I'm saying. Hopefully, somewhere you'll see me on the big screen even more. You know what I'm saying?
You good at keeping secrets, so that sounds like you dropping a hint or something. Like I gotta put it together.
Yeah, for sure. I'm always working on new stuff. Just know that I'm always working on new stuff, and that's why I be telling people that they have to be careful about who they doubt and who they hate on and who they try to count out, because you never know what people got going on in the background. You never know what people is working on and about to come out with. So you know what I'm saying. And we got some new businesses on the way. So you know, I ain't gonna speak too much on that, but you know what I'm saying. It's a lot of stuff that we got in the works that's coming soon. But you can definitely expect another project, an even better project. I can't wait. I'm really excited about this project too.
Do you have like a tentative date that you want to release, or did you already start working on it?
Oh yeah, we've been working on that. So before I actually left for New York, I set a goal, and I was like, you know what, I need to go ahead and record like 10 to 15 songs. So I locked in the studio 3 days before I left to go to New York, and we got probably like 15, 20 songs now just to choose from for the next project. So, and hopefully it's gonna be some lit features on there. You know what I'm saying? So
like
we're gonna go crazy.
Like who?
I can't tell you that. I can't tell you.
You was in New York. A lot of people were in New York recently. I saw a lot of people in New York.
Yeah, but I can't tell you. Y'all gonna see when it drop. Period.
All right. Well, congratulations on all your success. I look forward to seeing all your new stuff, and make sure everyone streams Clones. It's available, right?
Absolutely, yes, and all the visuals too. Go run them numbers up. Thank you.
Lit, and you put in work on that. So congratulations again, and thank you for taking the time to talk to me.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Okay, period.
Take care.
All right, you too.